Props in hand,
props
cigarette
in hand.
and seltzer, and we're off to the races.
That's right.
Hi,
You're
Vanessa.
good.
Welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show for you, Lori.
What's that lovely necklace you're wearing?
Oh, it's actually, you know what I hate and I love about Instagram are the ads.
Oh, did you get sucked in? What'd you get?
I did. So this one is from a store. I think they're located in New Jersey called Cultural Elements, and they had some really cool statement necklaces. So I ordered a couple.
Gorgeous. It's funny you should mention Instagram. I got sucked in by a Laura Geller palette this week, and it just arrived. Although clearly I didn't put on my lipstick. Let me see if I have anything in my drawer. Yes, and I love it. I was looking for like an all-in-one palette, but my rule of thumb is if it comes through on Instagram, I never click through links Instagram.
Yeah, no, I always click
then you will just
get
fed so many ads until you want to claw your eyes out.
Yes. I mean, sometimes it's not bad. Like if I'm actually looking for something, then I don't mind the ads because it gives me like a lot of suggestions to look at. But yeah, I know it's like they just start bombarding you with all kinds of crap. And it's like, all right, I need to change my algorithm somehow and search for something else.
Lately, my algorithm has been filled with Louise Carmen journal notebook stuff. I'm so obsessed. And
mine, well, so somebody sent me a link to that. And I watched like some girl there getting her journal made.
Yes, all the customization.
Yes. And I was like, what is this? And yeah, I was like,
this how do I get it?
Yes, how do I get this?
Hi, Pam and Ute and Wendy Sue and GZ. Aloha. Hi.
Aloha.
Yeah, so crazy turn of events as things have been crazy over here, as I'm sure with you as well. How is your mom doing?
She's doing much better. She's been in a cast for the last month and kind of rolling around on one of those little scooter things. You know, you put your knee up on it and you kind of push yourself around. So tomorrow she's actually going back. We're going back to the doctor, and I think that she's going to be in a boot.
Okay,
tomorrow.
That's progress.
It's progress. Yes.
That is progress.
Yeah, she's pretty excited, you know, for see what the next step is going to be.
Is she independent now? Is she getting more and more independent?
Yes. I still come by once a week and help take care of stuff around the house.
Good.
But overall, yeah, she's, taking, doing things on her own and, so I think it makes her feel better to feel more independent, not as dependent on me to show up and do stuff. So
sure. We all love our independence, which is nice. So that's good. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Hey, Heather and Lisa, welcome to the show.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Heather.
We had started talking about Louise Carmen. So I too somehow, no, you know who I watch? So Rocky Paper Scissors, our friend out of Brooklyn. She posted about Louise Carmen because they were selling the notebooks at Goods for the Study, which I've done a video on. It's just like a little shop in New York City. There are a couple stationery shops, and Louise Carmen is out of Paris, and highly, they're like an A5 Slim traveler's notebook, but like on steroids.
It's like way more
highly customizable and way more expensive, but
yes, I did check the price.
Charms, you add notebooks,
oh my gosh,
you can add embellishments. So they set up these video conferences, so you can do 30-minute video conferences. But did
you do one?
No, because I couldn't get an appointment. So I just said, screw it, I'm going to Paris.
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, how can I get myself to Paris and do this in person?
It kind of started out as a joke because Jay has to go to Amsterdam for work, which we were there last year, but it lined up with the Dutch Pen Show, which was great.
Right.
And then Jay had to go to London. So we took the Eurostar to London after the Dutch Pen Show for this conference that he goes to. It's the European conference. This year, it's in Amsterdam. And he's like, that, like when it first was announced, we thought it might line up with the Dutch Pen Show, but it didn't. But it lined up with our 30th wedding anniversary. So he's like,
perfect.
We booked a trip for the fall, but we said for our actual anniversary, do you want to go to Amsterdam? So I said, yes, it's going to be really quick because the kids are flying home from Spain this week. So we're actually in Amsterdam, but he's all done work on our actual anniversary. So I said, I know it's crazy, but there's this notebook I want in Paris. He's like, you don't want to go for the Eiffel Tower or, all the great
for
stuff.
stationery.
You want to go get stationery. I'm like, you can
Yeah.
judge me, but this is, though I had mentioned it a while ago. Anyways, we booked a train to Paris on our actual anniversary. And instead of flying out of Amsterdam, we're going to stay 3 nights in Paris and fly out of France because Jay's office closes down the week of 4th of July. So never, ever, ever would he just not have work in the upcoming week, but the whole office closes down for the 4th. So he's like, I'm actually free. So I'm like, all right, let's do this, damn it. So I've never been.
Love
I've
that.
never been to
I
Paris.
love that you're going to go to Paris and get that notebook.
Right? So let me know if you want one.
I might actually look into it because they have this, it looks like it was on stock, but it was like, so it folds over itself like that.
It's a trifold, yes.
Right. But there also is another insert you can get in there of a different
portfolio.
leather.
That's the portfolio.
So they have this really beautiful kind of a red patent leather one.
Which is sold out.
I know. And that's what I was like, of course the one I want is sold out because it would look so gorgeous with a black.
Gorgeous.
I mean,
the combinations are so beautiful. So I was looking at like a brownish one, but I wanted that red insert as well.
Yes.
Just because I feel like it will clean nicely. Like some of the more neutral, lighter leather portfolio inserts, they look very squishy and they just look like they're destined to get fingerprints and dirt all over them.
Yeah.
But if I'm in person and they have those in person and they're not on the website, I'll buy 2. Okay. And I hear that portfolio goes in to other ones. But what I love about this notebook, besides all the customization, is that it's an A5 Slim. I've been really liking A5 Slims. I feel like it's the Goldilocks of notebooks because I love my traveler's notebooks. I love them, but they can be a little narrow at times. They can be a little too, and I love my A5s, but they're a little chunky to carry around with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What I also like about the Louise Carmen is that you can do multiple notebooks in one. So for someone like me who has a notebook for every reason under the sun, I feel like you can stack them just like traveler's notebooks, but they have the individual and, you can get it really chunky and have like this one thing. So it doesn't take much for us, right, Vanessa?
I mean,
we are easily pushed.
I was going to say, I'm so easily sold when I saw that.
She's disappointed. Hold the phone.
What?
I have 2 and was so disappointed by the quality that I never used them.
I have to know. So what was with the quality? What was it was the threads coming apart? Was the leather?
I know that the leather is extremely thin and flimsy, and some people don't like that. For me, that was not a deterrent because I find like it seems like it's lighter weight. And to me, I like that because honestly, I carry around so many notebooks around the house in my bag, going back and forth.
Well, you have the little tote that you carry around, right?
Yes, and it's now graduated. It's now graduated to my backpack.
Oh my gosh! So now she's got
go back and forth to Boston. So now I throw it in my backpack instead of that. But there's always a lot. So Stella, please let us know.
What is what was so disappointing? I need to know.
A lot of people know very thin elastics. I have seen that as and can only stack up very thin notebooks.
Okay.
So I think if you got there's 3 different models in the A5 Slim side. There's the Road, there's the Honor, which is the one that I want, and then there's an Organizer. And I believe the Organizer is
has like different. Oh, is it really?
You can't fit as many in. The Road, you can fit up to 6 notebooks. So what I saw in one of the reviews is people will put like their thinner notebooks. I went to Muji to stock up on my favorite cheap A5 Slims. But they said to put the thinner notebooks on the outer parts. And then if you have like a chunky, like a lot of people use the moleskin because it's an A5 Slim. They use that in the middle. And that seems to stabilize it a little. I've heard that it doesn't lie as flat. It's often compared to Paper Republic, which is carried at Top Drawer, who also carries Colo pens. So that's been something I've been looking into as well, just because I love a good rabbit hole. But
who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
I
But
mean, it's like just dive right in.
dive right in. So I'm really curious. I have read things on Reddit like it's only influencers who are pushing this, that, they are not as great as everybody thinks. I think it's all the customization that makes it so lovely,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I
Okay.
can't
So
argue
she's
with.
got the,
Oh,
I,
that's the one that I'm getting, Stella, because that one holds up to 4 and it's got like a pocket
okay. And the passport
and the
size
passport
too.
size. Huh.
They also don't lay flat.
Yes.
That could be a deal breaker. But
Mm.
travelers' notebooks don't really lay flat. You
Travelers
have
doesn't
to
either.
get
Mhm.
the clips to keep it all open. So that's kind of,
They use very thin elastics and they only stack up very thin notebooks. I actually saw someone who came home and replaced all the elastics, and you're like, after $240,
well, that's what I mean. Like I like put, I don't know, I put a couple of things in the cart just to see like what it would add up to. And I was like, okay, this is like a $300
it does.
notebook,
And the charms add up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it does add up quickly. I've seen people just get the bind, the trifold itself with the included pockets. They skip on the
Right.
portfolio because that can almost like close to double the price.
Yeah, it's like the same
125.
price. Yeah.
But then they'll go find their own charms, and it's really beautiful.
Well,
So
that's what I get my own charms to personalize. Like I figure out something,
right.
something that speaks to me.
So they are so pretty, and I'm very excited. So I actually wrote to them and asked if they wanted to partner on anything, and they said that they have such a list. They said, call us in 2026. They were so
Oh,
nice. They wrote back the nicest thing. The owner said she followed my YouTube account. Like, it wasn't cheap.
nice.
So they say we were very kind, but they said we've had so many people reach out that we are like basically booked out on
Okay.
collaborations. I'm like, well, I'm going to feature your damn book anyways. So just let me
Right.
film in your store and we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Just let me film it and answer my questions, damn
Yeah.
it.
So I wrote back to ask if they took appointments in the store. Stella, did you order yours online or did you go in person to Paris? Well, what's really cool is if you're in the New York area, they sell them at Goods for the Study. It's limited, but it's a real treat
Right.
because you're not paying that and you're not paying shipping from Paris,
Right.
and you get to touch it and see if you like the quality, see if it's worth it to
There's
you.
so many places I want. If I go back to Paris, so many places I want to visit, so many art supply stores. Oh, can I go with you and Jay?
I'm really excited. We could try to
Would it
fit
be
you in
weird
one of
if
our
I came? But
suitcases.
would it be weird if I came with y'all on your 30th
30 years. We can
anniversary?
each represent a decade. You ordered online back in January. Yes, seeing it before buying would be great.
Yeah.
Sabine, how nice going to Amsterdam. By the way, I am excited for PW Ackerman. Also has a very nice store in Amsterdam. If you did not discover it last year, I walked by it for 2 seconds last year. You went in last year.
I popped in last year. I popped in for a bit, and it's a nice store, and everybody's super nice there. But yeah, that's what I went with Yost, and Yost was telling me, he's like, we're going into the competition store, so
brace yourself. Don't act too nice.
Yeah, that's what he was like. Don't buy anything there.
Somebody did a review on all of the stationery stores they went to in Europe. I think it was Fig Boot on pens, and he rated PW Ackerman #1.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. I mean, they have a really good selection of items from what I remember, and good stationery items. And
oh, Yuta even got a goodie bag from them. Because it was right after the Dutch Pen Show, because they're one of the sponsors at the Dutch Pen Show, right?
Yes, they are.
So that's exciting. Well, Stella, I'm sad, but I know I'm still a sucker because I just feel like it's my duty to bring things to the people and share the pros, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the non-lay flat items. And then we're going to go from there.
I just love it. I just want to bring it to the people.
It's the sacrifice I will make for all of you.
Yes, she's making a sacrifice for you and
It's for the people.
It's for the people.
Right? Because if it really sucks, then I'm going to save you all a lot of money.
And that is true, because a lot of people will watch your review on it and be like, ooh, if she's not excited about it, then it's probably not worth the spend.
I mean, I get easily excited, but the things I loved about it the most, the customization, obviously, the
Yeah.
fact that I could put multiple notebooks in one place because it seemed to really stack up, and the fact
Yes.
that it was wider than a traveler's notebook. Like, I do
Right.
love this. This is the same size,
Right.
my Louis Vuitton Emily, but, there's no, you
No
can't
storage
add
option.
anything to
Yeah.
this. You can't
Right. There's no
customize that.
storage. That's right.
Um,
That's right. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
also on a mission to find more A5 slim notebooks. I feel like it is like the stepchild of sizes. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there are so even at Muji, when I went in yesterday, they have the plain, and then they have the ruled, and then they
yeah.
have black notebook that has the dot grid, and I grabbed it, so excited to add to my stack, and it was an A5. They don't make it in
Yeah.
the A5 slim, only the A5.
Right. Right.
I feel
But
like
I
the
have to
more
say, I do what I like all that stuff, but these damn dogs. What I love about the travelers is that the inserts are so reasonable. Like
yes,
you can get a notebook under $10. You don't have to spend like
absolutely.
a fortune to build up your notebook. Yeah. So
I agree,
yes,
and these are
Lisa, that's true.
$3.90 at Muji.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, not at all. It's a really great price. I really, really like it.
Lockbee makes a good one,
Oh, I
a
haven't
good
tried
slim.
theirs.
Yeah, their paper is really good in it too. I've used it for years to make water. It holds watercolor really well, like really
Ooh,
good. Yeah.
that is really nice. Speaking of, Lisa is talking about watercolors. What's that, Cellier? I saw that store in Paris.
Sennelier is there. There's another
Yeah.
one I want to go to. It starts with a C, and I can't think of it, but I would like to get one of their little boxes because they don't sell it in the United States. I think they sell maybe through Blick or maybe it's something Artorama. My
Mm.
brain is not.
Oh,
Charvin,
Chardin?
Charvin. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking about. The little Charvin travel palette. It looks so tiny and it's cute.
Okay.
And yeah,
Vanessa,
so
I will be your mule,
I
honey.
was gonna say I might have to
Tell me what
send
you
some money
need,
to
and if
you.
I'm in the store and the opportunity presents. Louise Carmen, I'm just uncertain myself. I heard sometimes the line can be 3 hours
Oh, I don't think it's
because it's
worth it
all
then.
individualized, and I'm like, "Come on."
That's
Like,
crazy.
so I'm hoping, oh, yeah, Jerry's
Thank
is
you, Jerry's
online.
Artorama. So Jerry's Artorama carries a very limited. Uh,
They're not in Paris.
no, they're yeah. I think the nearest one to me is in. I think it's in. Yeah, we have one in Houston, but they're not. They only carry the tubes of paint. They're not carrying the little pans in the cute
The
little
case, the little thing.
case. Yes, which
Okay.
is what I want. Because I have like a
So,
collection.
depending on where it is, Vanessa, like we plan to the fortunate thing is Jay can't sit still and loves to walk everywhere, which is
Yes.
fantastic. And I love to like have these crazy adventures and find these obscure places that I want to go to. So it really works out because I'll pop in and he's like, maybe I'll go to Notre Dame while you are picking out your notebook. I'm like, okay, that works. I do want to go to the Louvre and that's actually close
Yeah.
to Louise Carmen.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Okay. Well, I
which
would
is
think so.
nice.
It sounds like the Honor is named after Honor Street, so that's pretty close to the Louvre area.
Oh,
So,
okay.
which is like kind of a
I didn't know
fashionable
that. I didn't know
area.
that was named after that. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to have a positive experience in store. That would be really
I'm sure
exciting.
you will if you tell them that I'm Lori Tata and I have a YouTube channel. Oh,
I
you've
did
seen
say
it?
that, and they said
You've
call
seen
us
it?
next year.
Call us next year. It's like,
No, what I did do is in my second reach out because they were so nice. I just sent videos like when I visited Mont Blanc, when I visited Goods for the Study. I just
mhm.
did my shop visits because when I asked to film, I didn't want them to think that I'm like some loud,
Some
obnoxious American, like with my camera in their face. Like, so I showed them 3 videos of store visits and
yeah.
what they look like. So
Okay, well that's good. So you have like a little resume you can
I
share.
tried. I tried. We'll see. We'll see. But it should be nice. Shari wants to know, Vanessa, if you've tried Koval's watercolor sketchbook.
I have not. I mean, are they good?
I don't know.
Sherry, I know Sherry would know. She's She's
I
a
see her.
watercolor artist.
Walmart has a $1 A5 notebook, Pen and Gear. I've heard good things about Pen and Gear on Michelle's channel on Seaweed Kisses. She has good things to say about Pen and Gear. But I believe it's an A5, but is it an A5 Slim? I'm looking for the A5 Slim.
She
and
wants a Slim.
Grafilio
That's
has
right.
an A5 Slim. Paper Tests. I ordered from Paper Tests, and they are good. Your personal faves. Grafilio is expensive, though. Like, to get back to what Vanessa was saying, sometimes you order these notebooks, and this was one last plug, why I want the Louise Carmen, and then I'll shut up, I promise.
Okay.
I just did my mid-year check-in, which is one of our topics for this year. Like, how's the notebooks? How are all of our goals going for this year? And what does the second half of the year look like? So as you guys know, I do my morning pages in a Leutram notebook. These are $25 a piece, and I go through like 3 or 4 a year. And I don't go back to them. Like, I love writing in them and I love the feel of them, but I don't like go back to my journals. I think there are 2 types of people. Ones that go back and read their journals and ones that don't. And I don't go back unless it's something very specific I want to see. It's just kind of like my thoughts. So I'm like, it would be nice if I could find an affordable insert like this and include that in my stack. So I have like my planner, I have maybe an ink journal or just like my doodle notepad and then morning pages all in one place. So I'm not carrying this around and I'm not spending $100 a year on this. I'd rather spend $300 on a Louise Carmen and then get $3 inserts for my morning pages.
Well, I'm telling you, check out Lockbee's Slim A5s.
I will do that.
It's good. They're good. I really like their stuff a lot. Like I've got a couple of their notebooks from like years ago when they were kind of starting out with their whole notebook thing. Now they've got a whole campaign going on.
Their cases as well.
Yeah, but their notebooks, I've reordered their notebooks several times because the paper is really good.
Okay, that's great to hear, and I'm loving everybody's recommendations here. Stella says there are a few very good pen stores too in Paris. Nib Plus Ultra Point Plume is on my list.
Plume. You gotta
go there. That.
You gotta see
Recommended.
them. They're very nice. They came to the DC show a couple years ago, and I met their representative from there. Very nice person.
From Point Plume?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Shari says, I personally use mostly Etcher sketchbooks now.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what the paper I've been using in these little things. This is like paper from.
Looks like you're going to roll a joint.
Hey. This is paper I've cut out from a cheap $5 watercolor notebook from. I am so sorry. I swear. I think it's age. Like
she's going to be 50 soon, friend. So it's starting to
brain fog already. It's been kicking in like so bad lately, and it's from like Five Below.
Oh, get out!
Yeah, so that's what I've been using for practice. Paper.
Cute.
So my final stuff is on, of course, nice cotton paper like Arches. But I'm liking the suggestions here.
I know so many. I feel like I need to write everything down. Good Inkpressions, phenomenal notebooks from Spain. Oh, I better tell Angie before she comes home.
Yeah, tell her to stock up.
She's got that one nice store like right around the corner from her that I went to for the Oh, and I also saw, Vanessa, that you finally got the red traveler.
I did.
I'm so happy for you. It's beautiful.
I'm so menopause brain.
Yeah. Oh, it's so real. Home Goods, $9 moleskin.
Why is being female so, like my daughter's going through it, with her phase of life, and she's telling me stuff. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. It's tough, man. Every phase has its own set of challenges, right?
I mean, it really, really does. So, but I'll show you all my notebook, but I'd like to show you all my newest bag. Speaking of Paris and France and all that.
Let's see it, girl.
I'm going to show you my newest bag. I don't know if y'all are familiar with a bag company called Dragon Diffusion, and then another store owned and run by Jean Damas. who I think she started out as an influencer, but she now owns a store called Rouge.
Okay.
What I have here is a beautiful red leather bag.
Oh, go back there.
This is a collaboration between Dragon Diffusion and Rouge.
That is stunning.
And it's very limited. I mean, when I saw that it came out or it was coming out, I got on the list. I was like, oh, I have to have that.
I love that woven.
I do too. That's what I saw this. It's like, I have to have that.
That is gorgeous.
But yeah, it's great. So get this stick of butter. I have my notebook in here, but I want to show y'all my weapon.
Oh.
Sorry, my earplugs got caught in it.
I feel like, do we want to be closer for this?
You might.
I wanted to get the, oh goodness.
This is actually my son's, and he gave it to me.
Stuff she puts in her lovely bags.
This is a rock hammer.
So
he's a geologist, and he it's very sharp right here.
I bet.
But he recently replaced his rock hammer, and he let me have his old one. And I said, thank you.
I'm going to add it to my collection.
He's such a sweet boy. Yes. Right now he's currently in England. He just did a whole research thing. Started in Ireland, and they went up to Scotland. Now he's in London, checking out the area around there. And, but yeah, he brought this home. He's like, I was thinking about packing this and bringing it with me, Mom. I was like, I don't think you should.
You might want to check that.
So I think you should leave that here. He goes, well, I've got another one anyway. You could keep that one. I was like, really?
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. You're such a sweet boy.
Yeah, that is really cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person.
Yeah. It's weighty. It's got
or
some
virtually.
Weight. Yeah.
It's very cool.
All right. So, and then also inside of here, I have my this is the standard size.
Oh, I love it with the knife. Oh my gosh.
Well, of course I had to like personalize it.
I love it.
So this is the beautiful Love and Trip. I love the colors so much.
They knocked it out of the park with this.
They really did. I mean, they really, so I didn't just get the standard. Oh no, I got the passport too. I had to have
the little sister.
I had to have those. So I'm still trying to figure out something for this, a charm for this one. So that'll go with this. But yeah,
you need another weapon for that for sure.
I do, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I just love the interior.
You have that chunked up. I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love that the interior is like a bright red or like
I love the contrast of this kind of a burgundy red and then you have red.
Yes. And what else? The other thing, tell me your thoughts on this, Vanessa. Do you love that they did the debossing in the back and not front and center on the front? Because
yes, that's what I love about it, because I hate it when they put like with some of these editions, these limited, they put this gold embossment or something. And to me, it just I just like a nice clean.
Yes. And if you don't personally connect with it,
right,
then you're like, yeah. So when they first announced this, I was like, oh, I don't want Love and Trip on the cover like that.
Right.
Something got lost in translation there.
Right. I'm not one of these people. I don't buy the limited.
You just buy what you love.
Right. Like I like the nice, I mean, I think this is my fourth one now. I've got the black, olive, and a brown or tan one. I think it's the tan one. Yeah. So it's like, I don't need it, but I was just like, it doesn't have that crap on it.
It doesn't. It's so gorgeous.
It's right here instead.
Yeah. And I love that.
And I thought this was very tasteful and something that I could work with. But I think
you make the knife look very tasteful as well.
It is very tasteful.
It's fantastic. And I also want to add for the Louise Carmen, I'm going to sell which one is it? It's a traveler's notebook that I've never used. And I'm like, I'm going to let this go. It's the diner one. Do you remember the diner?
You have the diner?
It's selling for like $300, $400. I never opened it.
How much are you going to sell it for?
I'm going to see what the going price is on eBay and go there, but maybe we could work something out.
Maybe,
You
because
want
that's,
to pay for my Louise Carmen. That's kind of my thinking. Like I've held on to it all
oh
these
yeah,
years.
like you could trade it for,
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
yeah,
I too have like the Love and Trip, and I got the road trip one. I really liked that one because we went to California. I
right,
loved that road trip one. I got one when I was in Tokyo. Like I have ones that are meaningful to me.
right.
The red one I got in Spain, and the diner one, I had all these visions. Like I love the car charm that goes across the
That's what
front.
I love, the diner
I love
concept and
everything
everything.
about it. I just never, I love the idea of it. And I was like, oh, when we go to diners, I'll write in it. And I never did it.
You
And
don't go to diners very often?
I mean,
Maybe.
I do. I mean, I go to a couple, I love them, but like not enough to make it like I'd be better off. Like I got the Starbucks Reserve when I was in Tokyo. Like
Right,
I got
right.
things that were just more I was connected with. And I just never, as much as I loved it, loved the idea of it. How old is that? I bought that right when I started 2022 or early 2023.
Yeah, it's a couple years old.
Yeah, so
It's
just for
just,
the hell of it, I went onto eBay to see what they were selling for, and I was like, "Holy
I was gonna say, I
mother!"
mean, get as much for it as you can, you know.
Well, I mean, I will. I mean, I've seen many sell for $300, which is about what my Louise Carmen is going to cost. So I
Yeah,
was like,
I mean, if
"It's
you
going
can
to be
do
a
a
wash.
trade,
It's going to be a
yeah, if
wash."
it's a
'Cause
wash, I think that's cool. If you can get it for a wash, I think that'll be perfect.
I feel like I'm at
So,
this point that I have to start doing the one in, one out thing.
I feel you. I do feel you. I totally. That's why I'm looking at these other notebooks. I'm just like, I'm probably gonna never touch these again. I might give one to my son. You know, he actually keeps field notes.
Oh, yes.
So,
Love
so
that.
yeah, he has some waterproofed notebooks that he uses. But I did give him a Lockbee, like the little zippered one with some notebooks in it to
Yeah.
carry around. And he's been using that, so maybe I can give him a standard size.
So which one
Travelers
are you
Company.
thinking you're not gonna use? Like, I've been really looking like me personally, I think I'm gonna sell a couple of my Louis Vuitton ones as well. I have the very small PM with the tiny little rings,
Yeah.
which is cute, but again, sells for like
Well, I did not that
$250.
long ago. I sold off my Goyard book cover
Mm,
because I wasn't using it. And I was like, I'd rather have the cash to get something that I'm going to use. Like
mm.
this. Like this is, to me, I think this is way more fashionable than the Goyard. That's what, I mean, I don't care about having the status of a, uppity French brand to me.
I
But
mean,
I was like, this
I'm
is more
mixed.
my
Like, I
speed.
love this from Louis Vuitton, but I don't, and
Yeah.
I love this one, the GM. But because this one I use, but I don't
Right.
use the other sizes, and this is sufficient. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been
That's right.
thinking of selling those. Like to me, what you're holding right there feels more luxurious.
To me, it just feels like it echoes my personality better than, so
I mean, I
yeah.
think that's been a trend lately with high-end luxury. I think a lot of people are turning away from just getting something just for the name
Yeah.
and, with the price
Right.
tag and
That's what
looking
I've
for
been
more
doing that
meaning.
lately.
I mean, I think when you personalize something, and I think that's why Louise Carmen is resonating with so many people.
Right. I do want to show y'all this pen real quick. I showed it today on my account, but I want to show it to you because it's such a gorgeous match to this notebook. And this pen, it's from Appleboom.
Oh, that's
It's the
perfect.
Birch.
Holy cow. Perfect.
It's the Birchwood Pilot Vanishing Point.
Wow.
And I mean, it's like,
I love when that happens.
I know, that's when I peeked at it from the box, because I got a box in from Yoast last week, and I peeked at it. I was like, I just about died. I fell over. I was like, and I got the notebook out. I was like, oh my God, it's a perfect match.
That's what does it for us. That's
it. I just like fainted. I just about fainted. The only thing I don't have is the perfect ink match.
Oh,
So I have
whoa.
to find the perfect
Maybe
ink
people in
match.
the comments can let us know. I'm
If you
sorry, I'm
guys
behind.
Yeah, if you
Debbie
guys
says I'm
have a
gonna-
good ink match, it's kind of a reddish brown, if
It's
it matches
gorgeous.
this leather.
Is it like a wood grain?
It's wood. It is actually wood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's really beautiful. It comes in black too, but to me, the red was just
Of
way
course.
more gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a nice juicy broad.
Oh, I love the broad nibs on the Vanishing Points.
I do too.
We just got the Harbor Mint.
Yes, nobody know we haven't talked about those yet. That we both, Lori and I got matching pens.
We both were very impulsive. Didn't we show them the last time?
No, I don't think we did. Well, we had, because we had Wancher on. We had Giuliano on. So yeah, we both, Lori is such a bad influence. Lori texted me. I'm sitting there sipping my coffee. I just got up.
Minding her own business.
Minding my own business, looking at my email. And Lori texts and says, oh my gosh, Yoseka has them right now. There's only a few broad nibs left. And I was just like, damn it, Lori. It's too early to be spending money. So I went straight over to the website.
We don't just support Jinhao.
No, we don't. We're not. I mean, we still like our nice pens, but yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
It's really beautiful. I've been using it a lot. I mean, it's a really great writer. This is my first Decimo. I've never had a Decimo before.
Yes, it was like deja vu with this, because that's exactly what happened with the gradation. It was available only at Yoseka. They only had broad nibs left.
Right.
And I jumped on it.
And then Van Ness got some in. I don't know. I think all their gold is sold out. The gold, for some reason, just
gold always sells out. Always.
Yeah, and it costs a little more.
It does.
So it costs like $20 more.
Maybe like $10 more. I don't think it's a lot more.
It's because they use real gold plating.
I think my only. Well, I have. Yeah, these are gorgeous. So this. I fell back in love with the broad nib on this.
Sorry, the red's fading.
Yeah.
To all
Can you send some over my way?
Sure. Just bring your mouth right here, and I'll just kind of.
That's so wrong.
All right, we do have some ink suggestions here. That's what I'm like.
Oh, fantastic. Sabine.
Urban Rouge Granat. So I guess that's like red garnet.
Oh, yeah.
Oxblood. I don't have oxblood.
I love oxblood. That's like my
I have to look at that. Do you think oxblood would go with this?
That would be my first instinct.
Okay, so because I can swing by Dromgoals and pick it up, or
yeah, and also on Amazon. Garnet. You said garnet by Grafon Faber-Castell would match that really well too. Okay.
Yeah, I might have to just stop by Dromgoals. They have a big swatch book. You can just like go through it.
Yeah.
And look at all their inks.
Maybe I'll do a little swatch while we're chatting.
Yeah.
And we'll see what you think. What do you think?
What video? Summer Pearls. And Sabine, thank you. Look, she's got several suggestions that I'm going to
Taylor Shiki. Oh, Yutsubame. Yeah, I agree with that one too. That would be nice as well.
Just going to jot that down real quick.
Hold the phone 1 sec. I'm going to grab.
Don't mind the crazy eyes, because I get crazy about inks and matchy.
And all right, here's garnet. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm looking at because I like the Sailor Shikiori inks. Actually, they're very nice. They write very nice in my pens. I've got a few pens inked with Ute. Yes, I am special. Yutsubame. Hey. Thank you, Sabine. And then let's see. I'm gonna go down here. Summer Pearls.
I'm gonna show you a couple samples here. Okay, you can see what you like, and we can have everybody let us know. I wanted to show you something that I did with your little pouch you gave me.
Are those Q-tips?
They're Q-tips.
You made it a Q-tip holder?
Yeah. I use it right here on my desk all the time because
that is really a great idea.
Isn't it so cute?
I might have to do that. Like order one and do that.
Oh, I have this beautiful pouch that Vanessa sent me, and I love it so much.
That is so perfect. Summer Pearls. I love her. I love your name, by the way, Summer Pearls.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about how to load that many inserts? You mean like for the Traveler's Notebook?
I'm missing the question. Where are we? Vanessa, what video did you watch to learn how to load that many inserts in so cleanly? I'm guessing.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Getting it to where it's just perfect, where one doesn't because you do it the suggested way. It's like the one in the middle wants to slide up.
There is a learning curve with those.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I think I got my first traveler's notebook back in 2016, 2017, because, and this was before fountain pens, because a student of mine, I used to teach art history over at the Art Institute. A student of mine was using a Midori. This is when they were Midori still. Wow. And he was taking his notes in it. And I was like, I really love your notebook. What is that? And so he showed me like this whole system. And I was like, and I ended up getting one because I thought it was so cool. But yeah, that was before, the whole fountain pen. Yes.
The craze.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's what a student was. He was just taking notes. I was like, that is such a nice, clean setup you have. I love that. So
that is great. Yeah. The rest is history. All right. I'm doing a sample of the Graphon Faber-Castell Garnet Red. And then I will do a sample of the Diamine.
Okay. So, and you have the Love and Trip notebook, right?
I do.
With you? Okay. So good. You can kind of use your eyes.
Oh yeah. I can put it right up to it.
I was going to like you, because I mean, I could do this, but you actually have it there where you could see it with your own eyes.
Yes, we can see it live. Okay. True.
Yes.
So exciting. Okay. I don't want to. And can I tell you the anxiety I have because we just installed new carpets in the kids' rooms, like taking out my oxblood ink.
Oh, God.
I just recently moved all of my filming stuff down to the basement since we redid the basement.
Yeah.
Which freed up my office space a little bit more, which has hardwood floors. So I think I'm going to move all my pen stuff to my actual office on the downstairs. Okay. Because I just as ink comes in, I'm nervous. Anthony's coming with his girlfriend this weekend because we have a wedding on Saturday. All the kids are coming for the wedding.
I love weddings.
Which I'm so excited about. And I'm so worried one of them is going to hit my ink.
Oh, and then it's just going to
everything.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you should relocate that before.
Yeah.
Before anything terrible happens. Oh my gosh. At quick
glance, I'm thinking oxblood is going to work better, but let me get my Love and Trip. Hold on.
Okay. So yeah, I guess, going back to so I guess there are videos that on YouTube that show how to load in inserts. Honestly, the way I do the insert is I have one notebook in the middle, and then I take a rubber band and put it on either side, and then I slide in another notebook. If you go more than 3, it will get a little too chunky and start moving around. So that's my advice.
Here is my Love and Trip.
And you got the pen holder. I don't have the pen holder. I'm waiting for that to come back in stock.
I got that. But I was just... Yeah, this is my road trip one. That's the one I most recently used. I kind of jump in and out of them depending on my mood and where I'm going.
Oh yeah, I'll switch the color up and stuff. I have a black. See, before the red one, I've been using this black one. So
pretty.
It has a little nice
that black. I think my black one is my black one plain? Yeah, I have the black one. I think this was the first one I ever got was just the plain black.
Yes. Okay. Same. Over the years, I just keep it conditioned with leather conditioner.
I'm definitely thinking oxblood.
Okay. Oh.
Hold on. Let me fold this back.
Oxblood is the one on the bottom?
The bottom. Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. Yes.
Yeah. What do we think?
Yeah. I'm going to have to get that ink.
Yeah, it's actually showing up a little more red on camera.
But it looks very close.
But side by side, it is so perfect.
Okay. I'm going to order some.
I love oxblood. How is oxblood different from writer's blood? Is writer's blood a little more red?
I think it has a little more, because it didn't, it was close, but it didn't quite work for me. So I just gave up and I put the Van Gogh turquoise. I'll just go with a blue contrast, and because I was so frustrated at that point. Going through my inks, I was like, okay, this isn't going to work out.
Honestly, you can't go wrong with Diamine.
That's so true.
Writer's Blood is a cooler red. Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah, this one has a little, this red has a little more warmth to it, it seems.
A wee bit
But
darker. Ox Blood is a wee bit warmer brown. That's probably why I like it.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
as it
yeah, I
dries
love
down,
it.
I'll share it with you.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
I just love them so much.
I need to deck mine out. I need to because I do find, you know, the more connected you are to it, the more you personalize it, the more you love it, you
Right.
know, and
Yeah,
you
I
just,
mean, it's just, this one only has only have two inserts.
mhm.
This is the one I'll keep in my purse. And if you guys ever need, like I don't have the Traveler's Company pockets in here. This one is from a seller on Etsy called Klaus Handworks or something like that.
Ooh, okay.
And they're way more affordable.
Yeah, that was one of my surprises in Spain when I purchased this. The store was just fantastic, and the shop owner was awesome. And it was the traveling stamp thing. Where you go
So you caught the caravan?
Yes.
Nice.
And it was right down the street from Angie, and it was just awesome. The shop owner was so sweet. And so in the store, they had this one, this little, this version with the travelers, and it's got the pouch on the side over here.
Right.
And it's so lightweight, and it was so cute. So I threw it in my pile.
Right.
And then, you black out, and then you wake up after you pay, and it was $50.
That's why I didn't get it, because
I was like, what did I just say?
I know, for $50. So this one came from Klaus Handcrafts, and this one is leather. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and it has the zipper pocket, which I really need, but this is a nice gray leather that goes. I actually ordered the smaller one to go in the passport because I don't like that on Etsy? I don't like the khaki. Yeah, on Etsy. So
no, how much? If you don't mind sharing.
It was like $50.
Okay, for leather. Yes.
For leather. And it's really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to
Galen Leather makes an insert too.
Yeah, but they're a little pricier.
They're a little pricier.
I did like a whole search for these things.
And their traveler's notebook is slightly wider, right?
I think it is. I don't have
any of their
travelers.
Yeah, it is like a full-time job trying to find sizes for things that coordinate. So that, yeah.
Oh my gosh, but I just love the chase. I do.
It is fun.
It is thrilling. I mean, it's better than when you meet your first love and y'all start dating for the first time. That's how exciting it is to me.
Better than that. It's a sad state. The Galen one sticks out, of the standard TN quite a bit. That makes sense because it's wider. Yeah, I think you have to do their own ecosystem. Yeah, so it is interesting. Like you try to make a small shift, and there's always like things to, consider. Like I heard on the very first video I watched about that Louise Carmen that her inserts don't lay flat. They're fine. They're pretty. Yeah. They're all black.
Right.
But I was like, well, yeah, I probably won't use her inserts, and that's why I went and got the thing. This is drying, so.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah, the color is. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll love that, Vanessa.
Okay.
You'll love it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Get that, and then I'll re-ink that pen with a different color.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just writing in my notebook what it is. So when I look back on it in a few weeks and forget what the heck this was.
So let's see here. Trial and error, thanks. Yeah, trial and error.
Trial and error, yeah.
It's just
fabric insert is interesting, but I'd like it more if the flat pocket could be closed.
Is there problems keeping it closed? Does it kind of?
I feel like. Oh, because this doesn't. Oh, because that doesn't are you thinking maybe if you keep like credit cards and stuff? I mean,
like if you have it full of stuff, I guess I can see.
But yeah, I can understand why.
I can understand that. Well, good. I'm glad I didn't get it.
Huh?
I said, good. I'm glad I didn't get it.
Yeah, you saved some cash. Although I'm always on a pursuit to make things lighter. So sometimes you do the leather stuff and it's heavier, and I like that
Yeah.
this is lightweight.
Well, I got that because I have in that pouch, I mean, I've got pencils, I've got a watercolor palette in there, a water brush, because I have the watercolor paper insert in both of those traveler's notebooks. You know, if I get in the mood.
Yeah, I need to bring to Amsterdam in Paris a watercolor palette. Like, you know, I
Yes.
like bought all that stuff, but I feel like it is also a little bit bulky. So I need to just,
But
I
you have
do,
that nice little, the tiny one.
um,
Oh, you're
oh yeah, the one that
little,
Kate sent me.
yes, that
Yes,
one. That
maybe
would
I'll
be
bring
like a
that.
tiny little,
That would be
yeah,
perfect.
because that's what, I mean, I have that little one in here with the water brush and
Yeah.
pencils and
Do you
yeah.
find that you use your water brush more than like an actual brush?
Yeah, well, for sketches, yes.
Okay.
If I'm like actually sitting down to make like a commissioned illustration, then I bring out the sable brushes,
Yes.
you know, because I get more line variations and stuff. But yeah, for stuff that I'm like recently when I'm doing the sketches, oh yeah, it's just a water brush.
Okay.
It's just so much easier than messing around and cleaning the brushes and, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I
So,
have a few of those, so I'll probably pack those. And my friend Olga sent me just the most beautiful package with watercolor supplies. And I think she sent me a travel sable, like that pops in, you know.
yes. Oh, how
So,
nice.
so I'll have to look and see. I just don't want to bulk myself up for this trip
No.
because I
Well,
always, always, always overpack. And I know I'm going to be
yes.
buying that Louise Carmen. So I really just want to be minimal and just bring what I'm going to
Right.
use, you know?
That's what, so this is a water brush I found on Amazon. So if you want something that doesn't take up a lot of space, this one actually comes apart
Oh,
and
wow.
you could put water in it and it has something to keep the water from coming out and you
That's
just put
really
it together when you're ready to
interesting.
use it. But yeah, I keep that because it saves space in the little,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you could get something like that to not take up a lot of space.
That's a great idea. I think I just need to play around with my supplies and just configure something that
Yeah.
feels right. Yeah, and I'll probably bring I don't even know if I'm gonna bring a traveler's notebook because I know I'm gonna be so excited when I get that Louise Carmen, I'm gonna wanna move right into it.
Right. Yeah, you're
That's why I
gonna,
went and just got my little Muji inserts, and I'll pull a few A5 slim things, but we'll see. Maybe I'll bring the Louis Vuitton because that's A5 slim, and
that's
we'll
funny.
go.
You'll be like already like you'll be at the store and they're putting it together. Once they have their, you bring out your bag and you have all these inserts. You're like, all right.
Let's go. Move them in. Move them in. Oh man, so much fun. Have you ladies gotten, and is this you, Olga? I never know Olga's screen name. I think this
You're
might
like,
be you.
is this you?
Please identify yourself. Have you ladies gotten any customizations from Bam Kuen? I have not. I feel like
I
I
haven't.
always miss it. I always miss their customization things. I feel like they go live and then they fill up, and by the time I
Yeah,
get the memo, it's past.
same. I'm
But
always
I've
late
heard
to their
great things.
parties.
Journaling with Jazz, I really love her channel. She does a lot of she lives in California, and I think she's been to the store, and she's done like add-on pockets and things onto her
Oh,
traveler's notebooks, and
so I'm
they
too
just look
scared to do
fantastic.
that. Is she doing the add-on pockets with the plastic ones that you buy and they stick on to the leather?
No, they're like stitching on like
Oh,
leather
there's okay. Because I've seen
add-ons.
those and I'm way too scared to
Yeah.
stick that onto my notebook.
What did I do here? Oh, this is the only thing that I got. I stamped onto, this was at the stamp caravan in Spain. Maybe I'll bring this. And then if I head to a shop in Paris, I can put a little stamp on it. This is like my
Well, that'd be
actual,
cool.
yeah, but I kind of screwed up. Like this is pretty light over here. And then I just did a little one on the front because I was kind of being wimpy. But this was this is that olive one. I used Atlas
Yeah.
credit and I got that. So I'm like, this would be a good one to just kind of have fun with. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
bring this.
You can like start putting graffiti all over it and stuff, like
Kind
splatter
of
paint on
fun.
it, let
Yeah,
it dry. That'd be kind of cool.
that would be cool. I
Maybe
feel
I'll
like I
do
have
that
enough
to one
like
of mine.
specialized ones that I can just get fun and creative with that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, I have a travel watercolor brush. Oh, Tintoretto. I've looked at these, Debbie. Top Drawer
Oh,
has them.
I've
Ooh,
looked at them, but I haven't.
that's
They're
expensive, that
very
set,
expensive.
if I'm not mistaken.
I don't. Lisa has a suggestion just above that. Is it be number 6 from Blick for 40
Oh.
bucks? I mean, $40. It's the Tintoretto is like, isn't it like a couple hundred for that set
Well,
or
it's a
something?
set, but
Yeah,
yes, it's very
it's like, I mean,
expensive.
it's expensive.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why I saw that. I was like, that looks cool. It's like, not that cool.
I feel like I'm not worthy. Like you, Vanessa, I feel like I feel like I invested in a lot of watercolor stuff and I haven't been as consistent. You do art every day and you do your watercolors every day.
I try to. I
Um,
haven't done any this week yet. I mean, it's only Monday, but
well, that actually brings me to one of the things I did want to discuss, and
what's
that
up?
is like, how are we doing like mid-year with some of our initial goals for art and
Yes.
journaling and writing and all that sort of thing?
Well, I'm definitely painting more, which is what I was wanting to do, was to do a little more, creative things with paints. And so I did that, and I bought plenty of beam paints to do that. I just like got nuts over
Oh, the
the.
ones from Peg and All.
Yeah,
Yes.
I keep that set. I keep the Peg and All set in my purse with a little miniature watercolor book. But then I started finding these antique typewriter ribbon tins on Etsy, and then I put beam paints in them.
Oh, wow.
Because
It's 7.
yeah.
So you can do,
So
like, your own little mini palette. And
right,
those
right.
those are the inks from Peg and All, correct? Or no?
No, this one's I got these from Blick.
Beam paints? What are they?
Beam. Yeah, they're beam paints.
Very pretty.
And if you go to Blick online, they carry their stuff now. You don't have to order it directly from Beam. So, but I just love, because I love old vintage stuff like this.
That's
And
so cute.
I got another one. This one has the paints in it. But this
I
is
love
something that, typewriter ribbon.
what a cute idea.
Well, that's what I got. I was inspired by the little typewriter ribbon box with the paints in it that I got from Peg and All. I was like, I could build my own palettes, and that's what I started building my own palettes.
I love that.
I don't have any in this now. This is, you guys are going to really love this typewriter ribbon tin. It is so cool, but I need to get more reds for it.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That is so cool. That is
So
really
that's
cool.
what I need. I
So
need
you need
some
to find
paints
a
for it.
specific palette for
That's
that.
what I want to do, like a very red. If I could find more reds.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
gorgeous.
saw this and I bought it because I was like, I can't resist that. That's just so cool. I
I
mean,
love that.
yeah, just so
Way
cool.
cool. Love
But
those
yeah,
colors.
I've really, fallen in love with that. And
Shari says St. Louis Art Supply has a whole set of Tintoretto travel brushes for $99. There are 4 of them.
okay,
That's not bad
that's
based
not
on the
bad.
prices I've seen.
That's what I like. I like the top drawer, but they are a little pricey.
Top drawers pricey.
They are pricey, but they're
Um,
cool.
if you're on their mailing list, wait for sales at Jackson's in London. That's a good idea. I love sales, period.
Jackson's? Is
Um,
that Jackson's Art Supply, like what we kind of have out here? I think we have a Jackson's.
Top Drawer offers like a 20% off coupon via email, but I think it's good for one purchase or something because
Oh, okay.
one of the competitor notebooks to the Louise Carmen is the Paper Republic leather
Oh,
portfolio. So
uh-huh.
there are many comparisons between those 2 notebooks.
Oh, okay.
And Top Drawer carries Paper Republic.
So do you have a Paper
I do
Republic?
not. I do not.
I was
I
gonna
have
say
not
that would be a
purchased
really
one.
interesting comparison between the two if you happen to have that. I'm not saying go out and buy one.
Well, like for the people, by the people.
I mean, if you want to like make the people happy.
Right? I'm thinking about it. We'll see. We'll see. And yeah, then there are yeah, it's bad. They have a USA.
We're like pushing each other to buy shit. You guys
Oh,
are seeing this, right?
yeah, I need to come up with a strategy to not be so bad. But I do love the hunt. I mean, like I
love
do
the
have
hunt.
fun. And not only the hunt, I love the research. So like once I was zoned in on this. Like, I just had so much fun watching all the videos
Yeah.
and seeing new creators. Last week I discovered a competitor to Plotter called MEE Studio. They do
Okay.
the same thing with the spine like this, but they offer a variety of rings, so you can get
Oh,
different size rings. And I reached
okay.
out to them. I think they're going to send me their like little A6 size in leather.
Very
But I was
cool.
just watching videos. Like you just start, and that's what can be dangerous. But I
So,
loved. There are a
so
bunch of
dangerous.
for people who are interested in Louise Carmen, but not the price tag, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
There are several people who have done DIY Louise Carmen's, and they have like the paper pattern that you go and you get like a scrap of leather, and then
Oh, and they're
either
doing
they're
their
cutting
own.
their own leather and they're doing grommets on the side. Like in this part of the spine right here on Louise
Yeah.
Carmen, there's like a little section for you to put charms. So people are banging in with grommets, and you should see some of the absolutely beautiful DIY Louise Carmen's that people
Wow.
have made. Um,
Huh.
oh, a Me Plus TC.
Is that what it's called? Me plus.
Me Plus with two E.
Okay.
Yes. And I believe the company was started by a woman who was like an enthusiast, and the husband was a leather maker. One loved stationery, one loved leather. And so she created this. And
That's
yes, the
cool.
Bible size is the one that I'm getting. That I think that's called their personal size. I'm getting a black one. But I
Sorry,
was,
I just see. This is funny. I have to show this
let me see.
craft enabling.
Craft enabling. Yes, instead of enabling, we're craft enabling. Yeah,
I
but
just
I'm
had to, I
sorry,
just
we're
had
not
to show
talking
that real quick.
so
That's
much about
hilarious.
pens today. I hope that's okay. My brother
Yeah,
just
I mean,
texted me.
it's. I mean, yeah, we just get off on another tangent and start talking about. We're not. I'm not gonna lie. We came to the show today without like really a direction. So
I mean, I think what I wrote in the title, we're kind of
yeah,
touching on it, like mid-year check-in. Like,
yeah,
what are
yeah,
we thinking?
yeah.
Um, moving forward. So I have not done as much art as I had hoped, which is kind of the story of my life. I'm like constantly wanting to do more art, and all I do is write things down.
Maybe you're
So
just more of a writer, like more.
I definitely
I don't
am, but
know.
I don't want to be. I want to be more creative. But like when I sit down with all my pens, I jot things down. One thing that I just started that's really working out for me. I know all this. It's all fresh in my brain because I just did like a mid-year journal check-in on my channel. I recycled this old Moleskine notebook. Whenever I want to try a new notebook and I don't like I've like ruined the first few pages, I usually just rip them out and put like washi tape to
Yeah.
make it new again. But this, okay, so I was kind of a commonplace wannabe person. Like I
Hmm.
started a commonplace notebook, and I find that I was a little too precious with it. Like I didn't really know what to write in it, or I felt like I was writing things out of order. And like people do like a key, and there's certain things that
I
they
don't
want
know
to
how
write.
people do that. That's just so.
I tried, and
I can't do it.
it's not really working. It didn't work for me. So I decided to make this just like a catch all next to me all day long thoughts thing,
Okay.
kind of like a
Yeah.
commonplace. However, they're just like I can do a to-do list in here and cross it out and it's okay. And so I did do a little tweak with some stickers. So in here, like if it's for Lori's Boston Found, I just write LBF next to it. If it's something for Time with Tata, like mainly like maybe YouTube ideas, like if I have an idea of something I want to do and I jot things down. Or like I've been researching Louise Carmen, so I'm like writing down the different models. If it's something I want on my wish list that I'm not going to buy this very moment, I do WL next to it. And my thought is, when I have enough I mean, I've been writing every day, just jotting stuff, is to migrate some of the stuff. So kind of go through each page. And if it needs to get migrated, like I tend to keep my wish list stuff in my ink journal, like for things that I want in crafting and pens and watercolors and stuff. I have a wish list over there. But if that's not near me and this is always on me, I can migrate stuff over. So I've been really liking it. I've been using it mostly for to-dos. Like I have outfits for Paris. I'm doing a, what I wore to Paris video for Lori's Boston Found, where each outfit has one item that's like thrifted.
Oh, that's cool.
One item that's budget, so maybe like from Old Navy or Target, and then one item that's a little bougie, like maybe it's a high-end bag.
Well, you'll have to hit the Parisian thrift scene.
Absolutely.
Supposedly their thrifting
it's supposed to be next level. I'm really sad because they have this amazing flea market, and we're not going to be there for the weekend flea market because we leave Saturday morning. We get in on a Wednesday or Thursday. We leave Saturday morning. So,
well, you got a lot to cram into that small time frame.
Stores. But I wrote down some thrift stores. I have 3 thrift stores written down for Paris. What I want to do for my Paris video. So yeah, like just ideas like that I'm keeping in here. I got these stickers from AliExpress.
That's cute. That looks like a nice cozy little scene.
Yeah, it was kind of like this this whole little cafe series, and in my plotter as well. You know how they have those little management folders for plotter? Like this, where you can like put plans for like one thing inside. So I took those same little cafe stickers and put them. See, now you would have painted something cute, and I
probably would have done a quick little sketch of something.
Yes, which is lovely. So anyways, I've been really liking this as like just, so it's different than my morning pages because I kind of keep it next to me all day long.
Right.
And I really like this size. And I was saying in my video that I think it's really interesting, and you all in the comments let me know. I think it's really interesting how like just a book that's slightly more narrow, like I don't really vibe with passport size traveler's notebooks. They're a little too small for me.
Yeah.
So I stopped buying those. I have a couple from when we went to Tokyo and Starbucks Reserve, but I don't reach for those. And I have the mushroom one, which is a little bit bigger, the Shark Craft. I like that one. But this size is considered medium from Moleskine. So it's a little bit different. I don't have an A6 in front of me. But anyways, I find it really interesting. Like I really like this size. The Lloyd Pocket one is a little more narrow than this. But this is like the Goldilocks, and it kind of made all the difference. So sometimes it's just finding the right size, or maybe somebody likes a soft cover instead of a hard cover. I think it's interesting, but this has been working. And so maybe I might migrate some of this to a Commonplace, but that sounds complicated. That's going to have to be something really special to take it from here and put it like in a reference book someplace.
Right. I like that idea of doing a common place type of notebook, because I have ideas that pop up and I put it on a scrap of paper and then I tuck it over here and then I never see it again.
Like, then where does it go?
That's what I mean. And I'll come across it like a couple months later because I'm looking for something, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm just like, it would have been nice to have had maybe a little notebook to keep all that, and I could just kind of go through it.
Try it out.
I'm going to try that out
for like a month and see if you like it. I mean,
yeah,
I've tried this before with the Commonplace, but like I remember I divided the Commonplace and I had like a section for pens, and I was researching a Mont Blanc pen, and then I had a section for travel and a section for YouTube videos, and I wanted it to be so aesthetic. And I even said, because I talked about it in a video, I'm like, I'm not going to be precious with this, and then I was, and this I'm just not. But I also like, this is a little pet peeve of mine. Do you want to hear it?
Sure. Let's hear it.
I feel like sometimes there are creators, because I'm a big consumer of YouTube content. And I feel like there are a couple creators in the planner community that are like, make a mess, take a marker and scratch it up and make it look awful, like rip off the Band-Aid. And I'm like, no, I'm going to hate that notebook, and I'm never going to pick it up.
It's like abuse it first before using it.
I feel like I understand the sentiment behind it. Like make a mistake so that, you don't feel like, because there is that like anxiety over starting a notebook. If it's so pretty, like, what are you going to write on the first page? I always tell people to write on the back page first, because usually I do a test to see if it's fountain pen friendly on the back.
Right.
And then that way it's like, if whatever. But I don't personally recommend making it look atrocious just to make yourself feel more comfortable. But that's just me. Like, that would make me not want to write in it.
Well, especially if it's like an expensive journal. You know, like,
Yeah, like
I'm just
someone
gonna
just
like
get it out of the
take it and
way.
just start beating it up against the
Again, I
countertop
understand
and
the sentiment. I understand the push to, like, don't worry about it, like, you're gonna make a
yeah,
mistake, but
right.
I also would say tread a little lightly, like, maybe write your name and your best penmanship, like,
I
for
mean, that's a
me,
start.
I did my little key, and I had written under this, and I had made a few mistakes, so I actually just took a piece of paper and just put it over
Just
my
kind of, oh,
mistakes, and
okay,
then I
that's a good
anchored it
idea.
with the stickers because that made me feel better in the beginning, and then I'm crossing things out. I don't know. Do what you need to do to write things down, but, you
Yeah,
also
but
want it to look
yeah,
a certain way that you're gonna reach for it.
right. I mean, I kind of like the idea of writing something down and then maybe going back and crossing it out because you can kind of see this process.
Progress in
Yeah.
process. Mhm.
So that's I like that. I'm gonna give that a shot. Maybe I can convert one of these traveler's notebooks
Sure.
into
That would be
that
great.
journal.
So you're feeling
Yeah.
really passionate about the love and trip, like, that would be a great one because 'cause you're gonna
Yeah.
want to reach for that because it's so beautiful.
Right. Well, that's the one that's gonna pretty much stay here, and the passport one is gonna hang out with me in my purse. You know, I always keep one in the purse and then one on the desk,
On
kind
the
of thing.
downside.
So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Another tip I have with, just lists, if people struggle, like, to journal, is to write the most boring things, like brush your teeth, like, you're gonna accomplish that, right?
That's
You
true.
you could brush your teeth down, or, like, for me, I always say walk lumpy, like, he's gonna get walked several times a day. So it's not
Right.
like it's an automatic check mark or if it's an automatic cross off the list. I look like I'm jaundiced. I look like I
You
need some
don't look like
vitamin
that on
D.
my end at all.
Oh, I feel like I look yellow, but,
That's why I feel like I look like a pale ghost over
no,
here. I
no.
really do. Like, I don't know if it's my what the computer because I don't know, but I'm just like, oh well. I mean, it is what it is. I am pale,
I always think you look
so
beautiful. You have, like, just beautiful you have light skin, and then you wear your red lips, so you have that contrast. It always looks so nice.
that's what you know.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
yeah. Um, it works for you. So I don't know what we were just saying. Now my 51-year-old brain is kicking in.
What to write on the first page,
Oh, Lisa just
I
asked
think.
that. Do you all struggle with what to do for that first page of a new journal? It
It
kinda
depends
depends.
on the
It depends on the
journal.
journal.
Yeah, it depends on like a traveler's insert. No, not really. I'll just start. But if it's like a nice journal that it's like a hardcover that it's
Yeah.
maybe kind of rare. It's really hard to like. I have I have some journals I've had for years, and I'm just too scared to bust it out and ruin it.
I feel like if I have a purpose for my journal, then that first page is not as hard. Um,
Yeah,
and like my morning pages, they always start the same way. I put the date, the day of the week, the time, and then on the side, I write the ink I'm using and the pen, and then I just write what's in my brain, and it's every day is different. So that's not bad.
yeah,
Sometimes, like,
yeah,
I've been overthinking my reading journal because I wanna do a YouTube video on that to coordinate with book club, which, by the way, if you are following me for book club, I am going to make the announcement probably tonight, late night, I'll do a post because everybody voted. I had votes between my YouTube channel, and it looks like it's leaning towards either Back Bay or Court of Thorn and Roses, which I was not anticipating that fantasy book winning, but anyways, that I've been nervous about because I want that first page to look nice. You almost wanna do, like, a pretty title page or something like that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
recommend, your name, like, just your name
Or
and date.
a fancy way to make your first initial, maybe like a monogram sort of
Yeah, like,
thing,
maybe
I
chunky
guess.
letters, like, sketch it
Yeah.
out and then maybe do,
Oh,
volume 1 or
thank
2025.
you.
Oh, she certainly is.
We've hung out, me and Lisa in Austin.
She has the best skin of anybody I know.
Thank you.
Yes,
That is very sweet.
beautiful. Absolutely.
Sorry,
Um,
I couldn't ignore that compliment.
no, I would not have ignored it either. I'm sorry that I didn't see it. Um, Shari's asking about onion skin journal.
I
I've heard
haven't
great
got one.
things, and
I
I
hear
have not.
people love it. Do you have one, Sherry? Do you love it? I mean, is it something we should should we get one and play around with it? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I've heard it's great. I love the sound of it. It sounds like so crinkly
Well,
and
that's what
fun.
I use onion skin. We use it in art school for projects,
Oh, fun.
but I never thought about using it that type of paper for a journal because it's so. I mean, I guess depending on the weight of the paper, it's so just light, and I'm just curious how that would be for journaling.
I've heard good things. I would love to hear Sherry's thoughts.
Yeah.
Yay, book club. I'll let you know, Lisa. So Heather, I saw this. Thank you for sharing this. I started The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron with Leanne Likes and Little Coco Studios. Morning pages is hard for me. I can't seem to do
Because you're
stream of
supposed to do like 3
consciousness.
pages.
I end up cataloging my day. But I mean, I think that's part of it. If that's where your brain goes, then that's what you should write. I feel like that is your stream of conscience, right? If that's what you're thinking of, then that's what you write.
Isn't the whole point it's supposed to kind of clear that creative block so the creativity can flow in? And
that's the idea.
So, okay. I mean, I have the book. I read through it. And I think I started morning pages for about a week.
Yeah. And is that something you started this year? Like you were?
No, I did this like years ago.
Oh, just year. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't stick with it. So
I almost feel like I shouldn't even be calling them morning pages because I used to do the 3 pages when I first started because I felt like I had a lot more on my mind when my dad was sick and I just had more going on. Yeah. And now I'm kind of done after 2 pages. And I know that she would say, that's the reason you need to get to that 3rd page because you need to keep pushing yourself. Like there's something else in there. Just keep writing.
Right.
I gave some consideration to joining their group because they have like a closed group on YouTube. It's Patreon. You don't have to pay for it, but they just wanted it to be a little bit more private because, this really pushes you artistically and it's a real commitment to do the artist's way. You really need to block out time. But I didn't do it. I just didn't think this was a season of my life it would work. But what I have tried to do this month, and it's working out, is I'm trying to just get up before 6 a.m. I'm not saying exercise or do anything. I'm just trying to be
really early.
It is early. I mean, I usually get up around 6:30. Yeah. And now I'm trying to get up between 5:30 and 6. And then maybe I'll get up at 5. And then maybe I'll take a walk at 5:30. Like I'm just trying to lean into getting up a little bit earlier, journal a little bit earlier, just start everything a little bit earlier in my day. And also my husband goes to bed early at night and I feel like we're on opposite schedules all the time. And
I see.
Yeah. So I feel like if I'm tired at night, then maybe I'll wake up earlier in the morning. If I stay up so late, then I'm not going to. So, that whole thing. But how is the group going? I'm curious how their group is going. Ooh, look, I'm getting a little sheen in the ox blood.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, how pretty. That is a lovely color.
Yeah,
I can't believe I've heard so much about it. I can't believe I don't have it.
I feel that way about writer's blood because I started with.
I have writer's blood. I love it.
I never bought writer's blood.
Huh.
But I feel like they're similar. So I've never felt the need. And I always end up with so many versions of red. I don't need more red, but.
Everybody needs more red.
Little bit. Yes. I have a lot of red. I do 1 page usually for morning pages and still count it. My sister-in-law says I'm cheating. I mean, and then some people write on really big pages. Some people have really big writing. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know, the 3 pages is whatever. I could write on 3 pages and write with a huge font.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think when I did it, and I think that's where I messed up is I was doing it on a Rhodia notepad that was like this big.
Oh.
And trying to do 3 pages. Like, what was I thinking?
That's hard on your confidence, Vanessa. You should get like a little A6 book or that little passport book, and you could be like, I did 3 pages. I busted them out.
I guess I just liked a good challenge, and then I pooped out.
It's really interesting what like your art, the way that the art flows out of you, and I see I'm just like, oh my God, I would do anything to be this consistent about creating art. And I just don't. So recently I'm like, maybe I should get into calligraphy and hand lettering because I tend to want to write more. And that would be a little bit more expressive.
It's kind of in between.
Yeah.
Writing and creative.
And I love my stub nibs. I love the look of, what a creative nib would do, calligraphy nib would do. So I've considered that, like maybe I should take some online calligraphy classes. I actually bought a calligraphy book secondhand at a thrift store when we were in California in Half Moon Bay. And I did work on a page in my morning pages. That's where I did it. So you can write anything in your morning pages. There are no rules. Let me see if I can find it.
So I can cuss people out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
In my morning
aunt's
pages.
like, I wouldn't write that shit down if you paid me. She's like, what if someone finds your books? I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, you could seal it like with tape so you could tell if somebody's been in there.
I'm kind of an open book anyways. I don't really feel like I have any.
I was going to say, I don't really have. I mean,
oh, here we go. This was my calligraphy morning. And I put a little heart next to the ones that I liked.
That you liked, yeah.
And I wrote down the name. This was Flourished Italic Lowercase. Yeah, I really like this H. Isn't that pretty?
It is. I love that. The swoosh.
Probably backwards. And this G. Oh, and I like this U. I like the little top of that U.
That does look very nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this was just with, I don't know what pen I was using. But anyways, yeah, I think it's important that we're just always thinking about it, even if we're not there today. I think this community is really nice because we can push each other from a creative standpoint and encourage one another, not just to spend money on overpriced.
We don't have to spend money all the time.
We do our budget friendly episodes as well.
We do. I still have my Jinhao 10s.
Love my Jinhao pens. In fact, that's what I wanted to share as my new pen. I just got, it's almost like a peachy pink ombre that I just got.
Is it a Jinhao 10?
It's a Jinhao 10 and it's really pretty. But
where is it?
I left it in Boston. I think
it's man.
I know.
Did you find it on AliExpress?
No, my friend Shannon, Couture Pens, who's another.
Oh, she found it? Oh, I know. She sends me links to stuff sometimes. She found like a cigarette pen.
That is so cool.
And I was just, for some reason, the link wasn't working for me, so I couldn't order it. But she sent that over. She goes, I thought this looks like something you'd like. I'm just like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. She just sent me a link to the, you know, when I didn't get the Nagasawa Kobe chocolate inks that I wanted, and I ended up getting the strawberry chocolate. I ordered that from Nagasawa, but they were out of the milk chocolate and the dark chocolate. I think they've restocked, so she sent me that link. But I have kind of sworn off brown inks for a little bit. Well,
you do have quite a extensive brown ink collection. So
I do. I need to work through some. And actually, Wendy Sue and I are supposed to do an ink exchange because she has all the Birmingham inks. She's got an extensive collection of Birmingham inks, and I have a lot of Mont Blanc inks. So I'm trying to get better about not ordering bottles of ink. It's so easy to add to cart a bottle of ink.
It really is. It really is. I mean, I don't see it. And you're never going to be able to go through all those bottles of ink. Those are the realizations I'm thinking of these days. So I feel like that could be really fun because Birmingham ink is something I really, really want. And I just haven't like spent $100 on their website, you know, like, because I feel like I wouldn't just order one. And then you go through and they change all the time. Their inventory changes because they're small batches. Yeah. And sometimes they have a special going and you can get like 3 or 4 for a discounted price. But then I don't like all the colors in there. So I have inks from them from like years ago that they don't even make anymore. It's like a rare collection now. Wow. Because people will be like, they don't have that ink. I go, I know, they haven't had that ink for years. You got to be on the inside track. Years. Yeah. Small group, but good to be doing it with others. Oh, you're talking about the Cameron. I do like that. I feel like I want to pick a time when Jay is traveling so that I can, because you're supposed to take yourself like on an art date. I actually signed up for the Boston sketch group. Oh, time out. There is something I'm going to do, Vanessa. Okay. There's a new group in my neighborhood in a new like plaza that was just built in Boston. They're doing watercolors every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I actually sent the link to Kate. Because she's outside of Boston, and they're going to get together and do what? It's like a 6-minute walk from my condo. Oh yeah, I mean you have to do that.
Because that
You
would
have
be like
to.
a good, I almost feel like I need a class environment for art to get me going. Like I need to be accountable and just show up and meet a friend or something like that. But I'm
Oh,
really
that would be so
excited
much
about that.
fun. Well, yeah, you
Because-
would meet other people into doing stuff like that, and yeah,
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be
And there's an
awesome.
urban sketch group that meets in Boston every week too. Signed up for that, never went. So
Do you hear my daughter?
someone's
Yeah,
in
that's my
trouble.
life. She screams a lot. It's scary. She is scary. She's scary. She's threatened my life.
Blink once if you're okay.
I can't because she'll find out. She'll watch this video.
Then you're in trouble. Oh my gosh. Angie flies in on Thursday.
How long? Well,
Okay.
you haven't seen her since you went to Spain.
In Spain.
last,
I'm
right?
very excited. We are having like the full fam. Rocco's flying home and Angie, they're on the same flight. And then Anthony and Amanda are coming in because we have that wedding on Saturday. So everyone's going to be here.
I don't know what it is about that. It's like when your kids are older and both of them are home. Well, all three of yours, but both of mine are home at the same time. It's like I can't. It's indescribable. I get the warm and fuzzies. You know.
It's really, really special. I think it's indescribable because you don't realize how rare it's going to be until
They
it
have
is.
their own families and
Yeah.
they're doing their own thing.
I mean,
yeah.
like even trying to coordinate. I remember when we booked Madrid, we booked it like so long ago. And we did it over Easter because we were like, this is going to be the only time where somebody, maybe the kids are going to put aside time maybe for Easter. So it's really hard to have everybody all together,
Yeah.
Um,
Lisa, it's not funny. I'm not joking.
I'll hold your hand. Hold my hand, Vanessa. It's okay. Stephanie says, I'm late for the party, but Vanessa, did you hear any juicy information from Brian Esterbrook? I messaged him, but you'll hear.
I haven't.
Juicy info about what?
I forgot what she asked me about it. Sorry, I forget a lot of stuff. That's why I need something to write this stuff down when it's
right.
when it's next to me. But Stephanie did send me a message about she heard something and it was about peanuts and a store.
Oh.
And I can't remember exactly without going back in my messages. And she's like, you need to have him on so we can take information or pump him from information.
Oh,
and
box and peanuts. I have not heard that.
That's okay. Yeah.
Those are two separate collaborations.
But they've collaborated with Bungu Box. So I do know that they do have something going on with peanuts. So wherever you've heard that, there's probably truth to it. I can't confirm that because I'll have to ask him directly, but whatever you've heard, it's probably true. Where did you get your info? I mean, that's
cite your source.
Cite your source, darling. And then I could probably tell you if it's probably true.
I have a little sneak peek for Esterbrook, and I think I can share it because it's been posted. But
do you have the old fashioned?
I do.
I don't have that. No, and I don't know why I don't have it.
Well, you know what, Vanessa? You have the Avalanche, and I don't have that.
Oh, you don't?
I didn't.
You didn't get that snazzy bag that came with it?
I loved your review, though. I listened to it this morning on my walk.
So my daughter, I asked her, because I was actually going to seriously wear it out as my bag with my wallet, my phone, and have the pen. And we're going to go. I said, I need you to film me with this, paying for stuff. And like we can go over to the TJ Maxx and I could offer somebody my pen and pull it out of the.
I love that.
And she said she doesn't want to do it, but I said, but you're the only one who could do this because no one else will film me. I will look weird having to do this myself with, the phone. I said, I need somebody. I need a camera.
Wait until she wants something and then say, I will get you.
She always wants something.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the old fashioned series.
Okay. So it's a pretty nice ebonite.
It's really beautiful.
It's a beautiful ebonite.
I love
Does it have the ebonite smell?
So there's the I'm really excited about this because I I've always eyed the Esterbrook JR. Is it like the pumpkin spice? And
Yeah.
it's brown and it's got the little orange, and I never ordered it. So I'm happy that these are similar. Now, there was like the rose something that went with
Right.
it.
I have from last fall, I think, no, it was from 2 years ago.
It's no longer available, but does
Right.
it have some pink in it? But it has
It
this wood grain look.
Yes. You want me to pull it?
Yeah, I would love to see it side by
Okay.
side because some people were asking about it on the
Okay.
Esterbrook site.
Let me go to the cabinet.
So I have never owned an Esterbrook JR. So to be quite honest, I would get very confused between. I thought the Model J and the JR were the same thing, and people were using them interchangeably. I didn't realize they were two. I mean, I have realized it for about a year, but when they first came out, or when I first heard of them, I thought they were the same pen, but this is the size difference.
Right. Yeah. No, there's a size. There's definitely a size difference. So.
The Model J is something that I bought for myself at the Chicago Pen Show because they had that that prototype in the that caramel color. Beautiful. Look at your Esterbrookes. Look at all your Model J's. My goodness.
Full.
Wow.
I have to start an overflow now. Okay, so here's the two Ebonite JRs or J's from about a year and a half ago.
Don't break it. I think the green one is still available on a couple websites, but that brown one is popular.
Gone. The green one, right. I don't think it did as well.
So, okay. So yours is like a deeper. Mine's okay. Yeah. I see the difference now.
Yeah. So
maybe this should be our screenshot.
Oh, it could be.
Because before I forget, because it's getting to be that time. So let's.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Ready? 1, 2. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm really happy to see that side by side because there is a big difference.
There is, yeah.
I got this one. He sent this one in a medium, and I got this one in an extra fine.
I kind of like the little JR as the Ebonite.
It's so cute. It's so classy.
I might have to harass Brian for that.
You can get one.
Should I get him on the phone right now and harass him live so he has to do it? That would be so mean.
So I will have a video coming out, and I have the Ebonite one in the violet, no, the lilac or something.
Right.
And then I have the caramel one as well. But I don't have that many Model J's, but this is really, really classy. So I would say if you like this model and you missed the one that Vanessa has and you like the browns, this is a really beautiful one. And to my knowledge, this will not be offered. It's very limited. I don't think it's kind of like the Avalanche, but I don't even know that retailers outside of Esterbrook are going to get this.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I think it's really
pretty
beautiful.
Damn exclusive.
Yeah. And again, I think it's one of those things like they order years in advance, and I think they misread sometimes the demand. So we'll take a couple more questions, and then I think I have to scooch. I got to drive to Boston. Hi, Daphne. Hi, guys. Just one question. If you have to decide between Esterbrook and Visconti Van Gogh, which would you pick? Ooh.
Oh, that's tough.
It's a good question.
I mean, it depends on how much you want to spend. Because, I guess the price is actually pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, that's really tough.
I think Vanessa is a better person because she has both. I would personally choose Esterbrook. I don't have any Van Goghs. I have one Venus, and I love it. But I don't have any Van Goghs. But Vanessa collects the Van Goghs, so she has.
Here's the two I have inked right now at the moment. I bought the Van Goghs. I think they're very nice. I like the faceted aspect of it because it catches light just beautifully. The only thing is sometimes with Visconti, their nibs aren't completely reliable. So sometimes it's a gamble. With Esterbrook, though, I haven't had such a hard time. So I have some of my Van Goghs. They have hard starts and they skip, unfortunately, but they're part of the collection because I had to have them all.
And I also think, I don't know how Visconti is with customer service, but I know if you ever have an issue with Estabrook, they will take care
Yeah.
of it right away.
Yeah. I mean, that is one thing Visconti, I don't know. I mean, I would probably deal with Coles of London, since they
Oh,
are the distributor. If I had an issue, which they're great. They're great too. But Lori's right. Estabrook's customer service is outstanding. And if you have an issue, I mean, they take care of it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard, I would probably side with the Estabrooks, to be honest with you, because I've had such good experiences with them.
I have a question for you, Daphne, because the Van Gogh also, do they have, so this is my
Right.
Venus.
They have the metal. So if you
So-
don't like metal, I would say that's a deal breaker for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like metal grip sections.
Right. So if that's an issue for you, then I think you would prefer the SD. And I also think that the SD, this is magnetic, the Van Gogh. So this almost, honestly, I almost never bought a fountain pen after this because it was such a terrible writer. It's really a beautiful writer right now because
That's what it's a gamble with Visconti's, just a gamble.
Yeah, but like and then this one was also another one that it needed nib work. But I think if I had to pick my favorite writer, I think it's this one.
But
after Matthew 10.
I was going to say, how many times have you had to have that? Okay. Twice to get it where you want. It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that, but it's a cursive smooth italic, and it's the best writer in my entire collection. However, these Homo sapiens, the Iris Garden and the Lotus Garden, both beautiful right out of the box. This type of Homo sapien, these are both newer models too.
Well, I was going to say those are a little more
reliable.
They're reliable, but a little more the next level in comparison to the Visconti Van Gogh.
Oh, for sure. The Homo sapiens are for sure. Yeah. And they're gold or palladium nibs or whatever. But anyways, I think the metal grip section would be a big determining factor if that's something you like. I prefer the Visconti clip over the Estabrooke.
Clip is fun.
Because it's fun.
It is very fun.
Magnet works really nice if you like a quick draw. You know, I'm gonna keep this out. I do love this pen now. But again, I had to add money to it, you know, in order for it to work. And that's just not an issue with Estabrooke pens in large part. So Elizabeth says Visconti steel nibs are fabulous. I want to try the Mythos. Do you have any of the Mythos from Visconti?
No, I don't.
They're very pretty.
They are very pretty.
I just feel like, if I'm going to buy another Visconti, it's probably going to be another Homo sapien or like a Voyager or something like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if they come out with another Van Gogh pen, then I have to have it because I have the whole.
Because you have the collection. Exactly. So
it's crazy.
They are lovely. So Elizabeth says, I just bought my first Italian pen. Oh, Breeze and Cherry. Ooh, which one is that?
That sounds really, really pretty.
It does sound pretty. The Purgatory one looks pretty. That's Visconti, right? Don't they have the I think so. I have the same one as Vanessa with the journaler's nib. Oh, this one? You have this one with the journaler's nib? Yeah, I'm really excited to explore these. I think I put Graphon Faber-Castell.
I was going to say, what did you ink with that?
I think I put cognac in here.
Okay.
Which was really nice. And in here, I put Ferris Wheel Press writing desk.
Oh, nice.
That's like a Wonder Pens exclusive. It has a little bit of green sheen.
Okay.
And it's a really beautiful brown. I really like Writer's Desk. I knew I wanted to do something that was really saturated because this is an extra fine nib. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to like do anything light. But I also want to try, I think when I do my video, I'm going to try Incredible Rock from Back to the Land because
Incredible
it's a brown
Rock,
ink and it's Estabrooke. So I thought
I find it to be a little light.
It's a little light. I mean, it is a little on the lighter side, but maybe I would put it in my medium nib, not the extra.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I was trying to think of like brands that Estabrooke carried for the video. So I'll probably do Ferris Wheel Press and Estabrooke inks.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Keep it all in the family.
Keep it in the fam. Yeah. Jean Marie says, too much money for gambling if the pen functions. I mean, yes. It should go,
Yeah.
it should right out of the box. Anything that's like over $30, anything really. But I mean, if you're
if you're going to spend your
sometimes I'm
money on
like,
it,
yeah,
definitely.
mythos are nice. I think the mythos are pretty. Homo sapien Bronze Age is perfect. It was the new model. Oh, that one's catching my eye lately. I tried to get that at, I thought about getting that or trying for it at the Experience pen sale for Atlas. Voyager was perfect too. The Skittles pen. Oh, is that which one is the Skittles pen? Is that maybe the Botanical Garden? I don't know. I prefer the Estabrook.
Unless it's the metal Skittles pen from, I can't think of.
But the seller said that Visconti is better, so that's why I have the doubt. Oh.
Don't listen to the seller.
How many pens does she have at home?
Yeah.
Oh, the Breeze. Oh, the Breeze pen. Vanessa, did you talk about a Breeze pen?
I might have reviewed a Breeze pen.
Oh, Shari says her mythos wrote terribly, and I sent it off to Kirkspear for a Waverly nib grind. But then you love them when they come back. I don't know.
Yeah,
I cannot put my freaking Homo sapien down lately. I just love that pen so much. I feel guilty because I have other expensive pens, and I'm like, I just want to write with this one all the time.
Oh, I see. Elizabeth says the Breeze colors match the Skittles. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why I was like, do they have a Skittles pen?
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. All right, friends. This was really, really fun. Hour and 40 minutes. It's like flew by.
It just always flies by so fast.
It really does. So I'm very excited about your red notebook, Vanessa, with the nice accessories. And I love that new red bag. So
I'll show it to you. Okay.
Gorgeous.
And then the Dragon Diffusion and Rouge collaboration bag. So if you go to Paris, you have to go visit Rouge. For me, the store.
I will. You're costing me more money, but you know what I'm going to do, Vanessa? I'm going to write it in my little book because I'm going to forget if I don't. So in my shops, I'm going to add Rouge to it.
Yeah, but at Rouje.
Okay. So excited.
Yeah. They sell clothes and stuff too, but I'm more into like their accessories. I'm an accessories
like a dream now. I haven't written with this ink and probably with this pen in months, and it just like right out of the gate. So beautiful.
That's so nice.
It's beautiful. Rouge. Okay. For handbag, woven handbag, Vanessa.
I don't know. I don't think they'll have it there, but yeah. But yeah, they have other stuff.
Okay. All right, my friends. Well, thank you all so very much for being here.
Yes. Thank you for taking time out of your day
to spend it with your local juicy broads.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite bitches.
Yes. So where does the next couple of weeks bring us? Because I have a feeling. So I think June 30th is our next gathering. Next week I think I'm away because we leave this week.
Let's see.
So we'll be back on June 30th.
Yeah, June 30th.
4th of July week. Maybe we can talk about our favorite red, white, and blue pens.
Oh, that would be fun.
Right?
Yeah, that would be fun.
I've lost one pen in all of these, and you know which one it is?
Which one?
It's my red Pelican with the white.
Are you still haven't found that?
No, I haven't found it. It's like it literally breaks my heart on a daily basis. I think of that pen.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know where it is. I keep thinking it might be in like a bag or
it's
like
that. Yeah, I've done that before where I've had it in a bag.
Not leave that anywhere, and it honestly, there was just something that came up where I needed a red pen for something, and I'm like,
you're like my Pelican's missing.
Oh, and then Atlas had the M800s on sale for $400. So I was thinking about using my credit, and then I'm like, well, maybe I'll get the red with the black, but it just doesn't hit the same as that white one.
I know.
So anyways,
it really doesn't. Oh,
no, I am very sad. So
I do feel for you because
I'm going to pray to St. Anthony. That's what all the Italian Catholics do.
Then you should try that and see if maybe your pen turns up. And I'm going to like do something.
Light a candle or
I
something.
don't know what I'll do for you to help out. I'll tell you what other people would say. I'm going to send good vibes your way.
Send good vibes my way.
Send some good vibes and positive
Thank you.
somethings,
That I
positive
find it.
juju.
That black leather croc bag. Ooh, which one?
Are you looking at Rouge
Oh,
right
maybe
now?
it's in there. Oh, is she on the website?
I don't know. That's what I was like, what are you looking at? Or what?
No, she's wondering if maybe, it's so funny you said, I know what she's talking about. I did a collaboration with Teddy Blake and I bought a black leather croc bag from them. And I think I did a series where I talked about like the bag and the pen and the planner. And I compared Teddy Blake to a Louis Vuitton combo. And I did 3 different price points.
Maybe you left it in there.
TC. I'm going to go check that out.
Yes.
I don't know who you
She's
are.
like, that's the last time I've seen you with it.
That's crazy. I'm going to go look. If I look on Instagram, if I find it.
Okay, you got to
You
post
are the
like a
VIP.
story
I
or
will
something.
keep you all posted. So instead of
I
praying
hope
to
it's in
St. Anthony,
there.
we pray to TC.
I hope it's in there.
I appreciate your keen observation. All right, friends. Thank you all
Her
so
name
much.
is Tina.
Oh,
Her name is
Tina.
Tina.
Thank you, Tina. I won't forget you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And don't forget,
stay juicy, bitches.
Have
Love
a great
you.
week. We love you. We'll see you on the 30th. Tina, I am running to that bag right now.
She's gonna haul ass. I guarantee it.
Bye, friends.